Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. Monday, June 5th, 2017, the mainstream media put out the story of the contractor charged with leaking classified intelligence. They said she was a 25-year-old named Reality Winner. And no doubt this is a tribute to Donald Trump, The Apprentice, the reality TV show that led up to him winning the rigged selection as President of the United States. Before we get to the name Reality Winner, I want to talk about this woman's age of 25. Been talking an awful lot about this number since before Donald Trump became president. 25, huge number of focus. And again, to remind you, in the language of gematria, Trump equals 25, like Pence, like Comey. Time magazine put out an article about how the 25th Amendment could be used to remove Trump from office. And just in case you're new here, this is the calculator you want to use. These are our 4 relevant gematria ciphers, all based off of the alphabetic order. Trump, 25. Pence, the vice president, 25. Comey, 25. It was Time magazine, 25, that put out the article about how Trump could be removed with the 25th Amendment by Congress and Mike Pence. Also, as I talked about before the Super Bowl was played, Donald Trump talking a lot about the Patriots. January 19th, Donald Trump gave a speech his last day before being sworn in as president. And if you go back and watch that 10-minute speech, he used half of the time, 5 minutes, talking about how great the Patriots were, and I explained to everybody that that was one of many signs the Patriots would be winning the 25th Super Bowl championship for the AFC on 2/5. And then lo and behold, they did it with a scripted 25-point comeback. Also, as I've been pointing out, these NBA finals have a lot to do with Donald Trump, just like they did last year. Last year there were headlines about how when the Eastern Conference won the championship, a Democrat was elected president. And when the West won the championship, a Republican became president. Last year they said when the East won, a Democrat became president. And when the West won, a Republican became president. They said the only time that wasn't true was with John F. Kennedy. And you know what? It wasn't true last year either. It wasn't true last year either. Last year, the East won and a Republican became president. But remember also, last year, Donald Trump had his convention in Cleveland in the same building the Cavs play in. And Hillary had her convention in Philadelphia, the original home of the Warriors, who now play in Golden State. So last year, the mainstream told us about this narrative. When the Cavs won, according to history, except for one time, there should have been a Democratic president. There's these ongoing narratives with Kennedy and Trump. We've been talking about it since Inauguration Day. Remember on Inauguration Day, Melania wore baby blue, and they said she was the first lady to do it since Jackie Kennedy. One more 25. And maybe I'm tripping here. I was just thinking, is Melania 25 also? She's not. But anyhow, all of this 25, it's not arbitrary. 25-year-old reality winner, Donald Trump, the reality TV star. They say she leaked classified NSA information. The NSA was created out of a bill that was signed in 1947 by the 33rd president that created the CIA and more. NSA 47, DC 47, Trump 47. Remember the night of the selection, Donald Trump was in the 47-story Midtown Hilton Hotel. President equals 47, like White House, like government, like authority. DC, designed by a Freemason from France, France 47. The Freemason compass, a 47-degree tribute in the compass, a tribute to the tropics, which measure time, which are 47 degrees apart. The word time, 47. The streets of DC come to that 47-degree point, and they point right at the White House. 47. With regards to the reality TV show The Apprentice equals 211, the 47th prime. Reality winner, look at the name Reality Winner, 74, the reflection of 47. In the article, she's referred to as a new Edward Snowden, who's another media hoax. Edward Snowden is no hero. He's a contrived media story. All you get in the mainstream is fake news. You'll never hear anything real. Never. Reality winner, 74. New Edward Snowden, 74. Isn't it amazing how confident these people are with putting their fake news out at this day and age? And by the way, with regards to 47, the number of Foundation for Freemasonry, News 47, Foundation 47, the Freemasons have the 47th problem of Euclid about how to establish foundation using the pole star 47. So reality winner, 25 years old. If we break it down further, reality has gematria of 45. We get our reality TV president for number 45, announced as the 45th president on the anniversary of the fall of the Berlin Wall, the man who announced on running on building a wall. You see? The symbolism's Wall Street, the planned collapse of Wall Street with the casino manager-in-chief as president. The word winner also has gematria of 83. I actually did a video on the word winner in Trump with a headline more than a year ago. They had some story about Trump, the winner, and I said, this is interesting. Remember this. Winner equals 83, like the Donald, like election, like leap year. As we know, Donald, the winner of the rigged selection. This news, it also came June 5th, 2017, a date with 48 numerology, like Donald Trump, like Freemason, like Wall, also like Cleveland, where he had his convention. Cleveland 48, Donald Trump 48, Wall 48. The 48th day of this year, the Zionist Jews put out the movie The Great Wall on the 48th day of the year. LeBron James now has a hit TV show about a wall. LeBron James, Donald Trump in the White House, November 10th. The same night as Thursday Night Football, where it was the Cleveland Browns playing the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore Ravens used to be the Cleveland Browns. Cleave the land. This is where they pillage us all from Washington, D.C. with their unjust laws, their unjust tyranny. The Masonic capital. So there's literally an article put up last night by the Daily Beast. Who is reality winner? And then they interview her supposed mother, Billy Winner Davis. Guarantee you, completely made up name here. Billy Winner Davis to go along with the made up name Reality Winner. Billy Winner Davis sums to 88, like Trump, like the Republican Party. Remember, Clinton equals 87, the Democratic Party equals 87. 110, the word president, 110. 187, big number in D.C. Ancient accepted Scottish Rite of Freemasonry equals 187, that has its headquarters in Washington, D.C. Society of Jesus equals 187. Donald Trump, a Jesuit. The Pope, a Jesuit. The Society of Jesus, the full name of the Jesuits. From Donald Trump's June 14th birthday to the Pope's birthday, which is December 17th, if I'm not mistaken. Let me think. Yeah, that's right. Pope's born December 17th, 1936. From Trump's June 14th birthday to December 17th is a span of 187 days. And Donald Trump had his GOP convention July 18th in Cleveland, 187 days before Inauguration Day in Washington, D.C. George Washington equals 187, just like Washington, D.C. Type in all four of these things at the calculator. You'll see. They're all that. I've done it a million times. George Washington, 187. Don't overlook the 74 like Masonic, like reality winner. But also, Washington, D.C., 187. And I did just notice that reality winner has a reshuffling of those numbers, 178. But anyway, all of these things are 187. Big boss number. Adolf Hitler equals 187. He released Mein Kampf on July 18th. This year on Holocaust Remembrance Day, Donald Trump signed the Muslim ban. Zionist Jews mocking everyone in the face with their comb-over stooge, creating these headlines as rituals, ensuring that no one's paying attention. And really, that is a big part of this, putting out these stories like Reality Winner. Almost no one pays attention to news or actually reads the stories, but what people do is they buzz from the buzz created by this false news. People won't investigate the stories, but they'll just pick up on the buzz and let that be their truth. You know what I'm saying? People know about what's in the news, but they don't investigate. They don't really read. They just take the essence of it that's presented to them from the mainstream. And that's how they know they can put out these stories. Most people probably, well, I don't know. Maybe most people today are even raising an eyebrow at Reality Winner. The Zionist Jews, they've just been mocking us for so long. They've never been called out on it until I came along, which sadly is the truth. I mean, have you ever seen anyone expose the media the way I have? Not even close, right? And that didn't start until 2013. So these people have been doing this for centuries, getting away with it. But this is why they do it, They do it to see just how tuned out people are, just how under the thumb they are, just how willing to go along with this bullshit they are. Reality lay winner. Oh, God. Her name within it also has the 106 coding for authority. 205 is what's in the headline, which is pretty much the same thing as 25, her age. Classified intel, what she leaked. What stands out the most about this is the 147. There's this investigation about Trump and Russia and what information they're giving them. Have they crossed a line? Understand this is all a contrived narrative. Russia is run by the New World Order just like the United States of America. Putin, very much a puppet, just like Trump is. Anyway, 147 is the big number here. U.S. President 147, President of the United States 147, 147 windows at the White House. Donald Trump fired Comey on his 147th day of being 56 years old. And one last point, the date of this news, which was Monday, June 5th, in most parts of the world, that date's written 5/6. Again, Washington, D.C. equals 56, like Comey being fired on his 147th day of being 56 years old. Washington, D.C. used to be the Catholic colony. Society of Jesus also has the gematria of 56. And if you take into account the single reduction, president also 56. So there it is. Reality winner, more mocking by the numbers. And also in the news, they say they've now identified the third London Bridge attacker. Major hoax. Told everybody to watch out for June 3rd. I knew they had something planned. This guy's name is now Youssef Zagba, a Moroccan Italian. They say that he was questioned in 2016 at the Bologna airport. But right here, Youssef Zagba, 56, like ISIS. They put out this story last night, June 5th, 5/6. Just talked about this yesterday in regards to the name they released earlier. Kuram Butt, who was a reality TV star in The Jihadis Next Door, which debuted January 19th. Blamed for the London Bridge attack, 119, 1/19, like January 19th. They're giving us the names of these London Bridge attackers on June 5th, 6/5 or 5/6. Also, today in the headlines, June 6, 2017, main story, the Comey hearing will be Washington's Super Bowl. The comb-over, Donald Trump versus James Comey. The actor stooges playing their parts, having no authority, just being puppets for the Zionist Jews who really run the show and who have for centuries. If you missed my work on King James that has a Bible named after him, all this history that he supposedly accomplished, that man became king at 13 months of age. So what does that tell you? All throughout history, as we know it, the Zionist Jews have controlled the world because they've controlled the money, and they've used puppets. And those puppets' names are the ones we know in the history books. The real rulers prefer to remain anonymous. And just one more point about anonymous. For all of you who think anonymous is some group out there protecting you, anonymous is your federal government. Anonymous 137, like Washington, D.C., like authority. The authority, the real authority, you don't know them by name. They stay in the shadows. They use their puppets. A lot of people think the Rothschild family runs the whole world. The Rothschilds are one of the most powerful banking families, but there's more than just the Rothschild family. So many people, they get caught up in these things. It's just the Rothschilds. No, it's not just the Rothschilds. There's a network of these Zionist Jews across the world that are the entity. It's a lot bigger than the Rothschilds, you know. So many people just caught up on the little tidbits that have been put out for them, and then they invest all their chips in those things. It's all the Rothschilds. No, it's not. It's the Zionist Jew network. You don't even know most of their names. Also, with regards to them calling this the Super Bowl of Washington, D.C., Comey versus the Comb-Over, Super Bowl 69, like Washington, like Donald J. Trump. And they also report that they report that James Comey's 6'8", right? I want to show you something about that 6'8" thing. Donald John Trump, 68. Check out The Apprentice. Also 68, you know? Yeah, no. Comb-Over versus the 6'8" Comey.